As they hit the court here, played well through the first couple of games. This will decide, not only who gets another $1,000, but who will be the top seed coming out of Pool C. So here we go. We off and running. Clock's ticking. 10-minute games. 12-second shot clocks. If you're just joining us, this is 3x3U National Championship, 2nd edition. Kyle Montgomery, Robbie Hummel holding you down from start to finish. There's Martin dropping it off.
We saw a lot of that yesterday. The Memphis connection. Jeremiah Martin led this team in scoring, but getting this guy Kevon Davenport going. Davenport impressive, both scoring and on the glass.
Yeah, and defensively too. I mean, he had a couple of blocks and made it really tough for offensive players coming at the rim. But man, they really had to grind out a couple of wins against the Atlantic 10. They kind of let the Atlantic 10 sneak back in that game late. And then they were able to pull off a little comeback themselves against the Big West.
Boy, nice drive.
To go 2-0.
Kevon Davenport showing off just how skilled he is. Owen Saunders, someone to watch. He was outstanding yesterday, averaging over 10 points a game in their 2 games. And just like that, saw a lot of cashing out for downtown.
He hit double figures in 26 games this year for the Seahawks. Speaking of Saunders.
He got it going yesterday. Shot 47% from 2. And you see, he doesn't need much space, doesn't need to be on balance. He can get hot in a hurry.
Yeah, Martin is one of those guys as well, but I think he'd tell you himself he really struggled with his shot day one.
Mike Holloway had a monster day yesterday. 14 rebounds, averaging 7 a game. Only had 1 point, but also had 8 assists.
Oh yeah.
How about a role player playing his role and doing it really well?
Oh man. Owen lost his foot in there. I don't know if that was a slick spot. I doubt that was because of the move. Straight on look. Owen missed it. Martin trying to create some space. He's got 5 left on the shot clock here. In and out. Step back. And missed it.
It's a tough shot. Jeremiah Martin has not shot the ball great from the perimeter. And he's got that ability to get going. The multiple 40-point games for Memphis this last season. You said it yesterday, averaged 30 points a game in the month of February.
Yeah, and averaged 20 a game to lead the league this year. It's his forte. He gets buckets. He just hasn't gotten buckets so far.
I mean, he has led the American in scoring. 8 points tonight, 16 yesterday total. Catch.
Or maybe it's just he scored a lot more quietly.
It's been a little bit inefficiently.
Yeah.
He has not been efficient from the field.
Holloway Jr. Not so efficient from long range.
Nice rebound by our media correspondent, Jordan Cornish.
Yeah, Cornish.
Does a little bit of everything. Films, give analysis, also get a nice rebound there.
Yeah, I love what he said yesterday. He said pretty much we ain't scared of nobody, and don't nobody want no smoke. That's making one
of the lines of the day from Jordan Cornish.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's some people out there like, what does that mean? If somebody says you don't want no smoke, that pretty much means you don't want any parts of them. You don't want to see them on the basketball court because they will likely put it on you. So a bold statement for a team that got a couple of very close wins yesterday. But I love the confidence.
They live dangerously, but you're right. The confidence is so there. Nice pass.
Yeah.
I like this Northeast team. I think they've got a nice mix of guys that can make shots and also play good team basketball. That's where he's good. That's where Jeremiah Martin has really thrived here.
Owen continued to thrive.
Wow, not as a shooter, but get to the paint.
The drive is not a bad decision.
It's amazing though how the 2-point shot opens up so many opportunities to drive. The defenders are so worried about you.
As opposed to,
there you see, you get a look like that, you knock it down, now all of a sudden the closeout comes with a much higher sense of urgency, and that's when you see Sean Hohen get to the basket and get an easy one at the layup.
And meantime, reservations for 2 for Ramon Sanders.
Jeremiah Martin's got to keep doing that. He's got to keep attacking the basket, keep getting in the paint, using his size, staying on balance. Don't settle for a tough jumper here.
Drops it off.
Nice.
Man, that's a good move. Right to the bucket. Make it a 9-9 game.
Oh, wow.
Fleming. Junior. To step up to the stripe here. This is a guy who's bread and butter. He's down in that painted area.
Had a double-double in their first 4 NCAA tournament win over Prairie View A&M. A great game, a great comeback for Farley Dickinson. Down at half and really rallied.
Yeah, 4-year starter. Rose his career 10th on the Knights all-time scoring list. 4th rebounding. And Martin fouled.
Well, they can't guard him going to the rim. And he has been so effective.
Smart player.
Some good games here. Another one right here. 5 ties, 1 lead change. We've been really fortunate today. We've had some close games outside of the ACC beatdown to open up.
We started off yesterday's action with, we saw several games get double-digit spreads. And not to say that won't happen today as well, but, again, with a day of games under these guys' belts, the strategy they can become a little bit more sharper. Strategy becomes a little more fluid for them. So, as Davenport gets the score 11-10.
Great pass.
Why do they keep leaving them?
A really good drive there. Ramon Saunders played really well in this tournament. Done a lot of that. A lot of jump shots, but also finding his guys, getting Sean Hohen looks.
Fleming, he made that shot a lot more difficult. I think Davenport was going to set a screen for him. He ends up going left and still gets the bucket. 12-10.
Oh, good balance.
Oh, yeah, edge.
Tough, Darnell edge.
Davenport.
Ooh, that's why you're a big man, my
That's what he did. Let the guards handle that. Edge, pull up. Just inside that 2-point arc. 12-11 game.
Turnovers
Here
really hurting the American right now. Turning the basketball over.
Owen foul. Fleming doesn't like it. Fleming whistled for the foul, but here's a look at his last drive. To the left. Yeah.
Probably would have been easier to reverse that. Instead, showing off the balance and the hang time.
Hohen will shoot 1. Played in all 124 Sacred Heart games throughout his 4-year career. Speaking of Hohen, he's going to get another look from the corner. Cannot connect. So we're all knotted at a dozen apiece. And under 5 minutes to play is Martin.
Well, he doesn't settle. He is really a tough guard.
You so crazy. Did you used to watch Martin?
A little bit.
Oh,
not a ton, though.
Yeah, that's my favorite show for him. But in any case, this Martin gets to the bucket. Chance for a 2-point play.
Got it going today. Jeremiah Martin not settling for jumpers, deciding to get to the rim.
And he's a lefty.
Boy, good awareness there. Got that shot his free throw, but then understood, I got to get to the corner to guard Ramon Saunders.
Yeah. What makes lefties so hard to guard? I mean,
I swear to God, it's because you're not used to seeing them.
Yeah.
There's so few that guys are used to guarding right-handed players. Because left-hand guys get to their left hand. Jayshawn Tate, the perfect example. Goes left every time. Rashard Odom's like that as well in this tournament. You're left-handed. I just think it's such a mental deal where you're used to seeing righties that let guys go left.
Throws you off a little bit. Martin going to a strong side. He couldn't get the layup to go. Some good defense from Holloway.
Got a mismatch now. Take him to the basket. Do not settle.
And even though he doesn't draw the basket, good defense from Holloway.
Yep.
I still like the decision.
I do too. He should keep. He has not been stopped. That's really the first time he's been stopped going to the basket.
He's going to check out.
You see so many guards settle for tough jumpers.
So the American scoring here. Cornish checks in. Let's see who's going to take on that primary role. Davenport to Fleming. He clears it behind the 2-point arc. Oh, he just crossed Hohen.
Man.
Gave him that work like a tip service. 15-13. Oh, Saunders. He misses it. Tried to bait the refs into a foul. They didn't go for it. Davenport, he's stroking. Two-piece, 17-13. The American eyeing a 3-0 record. Again, both of these teams are locks for the championship bracket. This is for seeding.
That's not what Kevon Davenport excels at right there. They're
No.
taking a fadeaway 3 or 2.
Owen couldn't find the target. And here's that cross we showed you from Clement. A little in and out.
An out cross.
Have some.
Set up the move.
And you know, he lost him initially with the cross. Owen recovered.
No, he did.
But,
Got back in and made Isaac Fleming make a tough shot over the top of him, which is all you can do at that point.
He didn't have much hope there against Davenport just then. A little bit more of a size advantage there. It's 18-14. These two teams, the class of Pool C.
Kevon Davenport got away with a travel. Says he's going to get it and one.
Yeah, he did, and he's going to flex on it.
And one.
Lenient with the steps, but
Even heads to
does
the
stay
free
with
throw
him.
line for a chance to bring them
Not bad.
the American Conference
I thought the flex was solid as well.
of the land. Bracket up to number
I love when
1 seed.
skinny guys flex.
I know.
I think it's awesome. Like, they know they're skinny, so it's just
Right.
great.
But when you flex, your bicep has to go up at
Of
least
course.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
And these guys are college athletes, so but always awesome to see guys that are in the skinny category showing off the muscles.
American
It's
Conference
game
again,
point.
away from the win.
it has
Winner of
been
this
the
match,
American
winner of this game
who have
here,
pulled away here
secures the number
with
1
under
seed
3 minutes to play.
in the round of
6-1 run
championship.
has put them in the position that they're in right now. Ethan Happ representing Wisconsin, Big Ten. See them hitting the court here. They got a couple of games to play here on our second and final day of pool play. Find out that they are really the real deal.
They are a fascinating team. And I mean, really a case study for this tournament, I think. Can you win going big? It's such a guard-dominated game and sport. Kind of bucking the trend, not having shooters, but trying to pound teams inside.
Anytime Hohen finds the stroke.
That's where Jordan Corn's got to get to the corner. You got a guy driving. Isaac Fleming, nice dribble drive.
Yeah,
You got to help your teammate out, give him an angle. You do that, you're going to get an open shot.
no doubt. So Northeast trying to make this thing
Good game.
interesting here down the stretch. Yeah, Martin.
He's getting into Ramon Saunders.
Sure is.
What a tough shot. Almost turnover.
That's a good sequence. You had Martin giving it his all defensively. And Saunders, sometimes it's just nothing you can do.
No, just better offense. That was perfectly played by Jeremiah Martin. Sometimes it's, you give a great effort, you do a great job, you shake the guy's hand and move on to the next play.
Who did you give buckets worse than anybody else?
I think Mark Titus.
Mark looks over here like, what?
I think it was Titus, actually.
You gave him the worst.
My career high in college was against Ohio State. He was on the team, so that's an accurate statement. That's very accurate. I'm sorry, Mark, but I have to tell the truth. I can't lie to the people.
So Mark was one of those dudes like,
I love that Mark can't defend
Look at
himself right now either. He has no mic. He can hear what I'm saying, but he's ready to give bags out. And, you know, until he gets the mic, I'm just going to crush Ohio State. Why
that's
not?
it. Take advantage while you can. 3-point game. It ain't over with yet now. But the American, they kind of did this yesterday.
Yeah, not closing games out.
Yeah.
You get to that 20 spot, and they just kind of ease up a little bit.
Make it a little more difficult than it has to be. But
Go to the rim. There you
it
go.
is. Oh, he missed the
got where he wanted
grid.
to
That's
go.
the game winner right there. And I'll tell you what, he's gonna be kicking himself if they end up losing this game after that missed layup.
Wow.
But
Give the ball to Blue. That was clearly off Mike Holloway.
did they get away with one there? Yeah. It's a 20-17 game with a minute and a half to play. Game point for the American. Couple of 2-0 teams. Make sure you join the conversation today, by the way. Hit us up. Use that hashtag 3x3U. Make sure you're following us on all social media accounts, and you never know, you might make an appearance on the show. Yeah, we're on the road to $100,000 championship game. I should mention $150,000 total money that we'll be handing out over the course of 3 days here inside the Mall of America, and you can see the fans starting to settle in. I mean, we had great attendance yesterday. We had over 3 million viewers watching the action yesterday, man. This thing is picking up steam fairly quickly.
Boy, great action. That is such a good job out of a timeout. I like the two-man game. Go to the Memphis connection. Good defense, though, on Jeremiah Martin.
Yeah, he forced it and then followed it and missed it. Oh, but Davenport's got his back.